Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Toronto of ChasingCinema.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the first episode of Marvel and Netflix series Daredevil. Episode 1 is titled Into the Ring. Now, I know I'm a little bit late to this, obviously because of Comic-Con last week. Not Comic-Con, I don't know why I say that, CinemaCon. But I still wanted to talk about Daredevil, so I figured I'm going to try to do one or two videos of Daredevil each day and review the show along with you. Now, like I said, the first episode is called Into the Ring, and let me tell you, there isn't a better way to get somebody excited for a show like this first episode. I wasn't sure really what to expect. I didn't read much about it. I wasn't looking too much into it when talking about Daredevil coming to Netflix, and I didn't even start as soon as people started. I mean, I even started kind of late, but there is some stuff that is so good in this show that, I mean, okay, let me get to it. It's much gritty and darker, and it honestly has this feel like it's something that Marvel's never done before. It really could stand out away from the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and look different. It's grittier, it's darker, gloomier. I mean, there's guys breaking each other's bones. There's a little bit more of a intensity to it that maybe, say, like Iron Man 3 doesn't have, or Captain America necessarily didn't have. Both great films, but there's something different about this, and I think that's why I'm so on board so far. I really love the beginning of the story. I love that it was just more of a flashback. We didn't really delve into an origin yet. I'm sure we'll be through flashbacks. We'll be kind of learning more and more about Matthew Murdock as we go on through this story. But as a young boy, we see Matt Murdock blinded by this car accident and this chemicals that went into his eyes, and just that scene of the boy screaming, I can't see, it's so moving, and it already drew me in because the performance was awesome. I mean, just in that scene, like, oh my god, like I couldn't imagine how that happens. And though we've seen transformations like that, it was just so intense and like, wow, and gripping. I mean, it really gripped me. Nothing in the show so far feels overdone or over exaggerated. And I think a lot of people who've already talked about the show, is that one of my favorite things about it is that Matt Murdock seems so normal. He's going up against these guys and he's fighting these sleazy criminals and he's hitting them, he's punching them, but he's getting hit too. He's feeling it, he's getting hurt, he's getting bumped, he's getting bruised. And it makes him feel more exciting because, him not really necessarily being Daredevil just yet, with him just wearing this black little outfit with a bandana or whatever, if you would call it, over his head. It has this like I said, just rawness to it that's really, really attractive to watch. And like I said, Daredevil's great, very interesting comic, very interesting character, probably the most equivalent to Batman in the Marvel Universe. And just seeing him kind of evolve and seeing him take these bumps and bruises, which eventually we'll see turn into Daredevil, seeing him kind of in this middle ground where he is competing with these people that are equal to him is very interesting, and it's very makes the show more dynamic and feels more realistic. But away from the Daredevil side, Charlie Cox and Eldon Henson, Eldon Henson have a really good chemistry. They're working together, and they're beginning the Nelson and Murdoch law firm, and we're kind of seeing it from the ground up. Another thing that I really like is that we haven't really referred to Avengers yet. There's little blurbs here and there, like, oh, you mean like death and destruction falling from the sky, and at one scene, I believe his name's Bob Gunton, the actor who played Leland Owlsley, makes a crack about how every time there's a superhero, their prices go up and things like that. So you're hearing about them, but there's no direct like, oh, remember that time that aliens and superheroes kind of came through the sky and almost destroyed New York City off the face of the earth? Oh, no, you didn't remember that here in Hell's Kitchen? Oh, okay. No, it's not like that. And I kind of like that, too. It's saying, like, we could do this. We don't need the references. We don't need to stand on them. But there's a lot of stuff that you could just absorb. And it feels like a show that doesn't necessarily have to have Marvel in front of it. I mean, we're watching this really gritty story. Like, I mean, I don't know. Is there a gritty count on this thing? How many times have I said it? But it's very involving. It's very entertaining. The action sequences are incredibly, I think, choreographed. They're exciting. They're fun. They're not too quick where I can't watch what's going on, and they're not too slow where I feel like they're taking their time. It's really awesome to watch. It's just a really solid show. And then we get the introduction of Karen Page, who's going to play a pretty interesting role, I'm sure, in this series. If you know anything about Karen Page, she was pretty much the major love interest for Matt Murdock in the Daredevil series. But it's going to be interesting to see them interact. I like how they're playing. I like how she's introduced into the story, being their first client, and the situations that are arising. I really like that they haven't shown Kingpin yet, that they're kind of just have this character that we're hearing and we don't really see and face yet. I've really enjoyed that. So overall, I really enjoyed what I saw. Like I said, I think the greatest part about this show is it's so awesome to watch the action. I think that it's just so intense and intimate. I think that's probably the best word to use. It's really intimate. I think it's a great beginning of what's to come in the series. There's 12 more episodes left, which I'll be reviewing throughout the weeks, talking about it when I have some extra time and movie news isn't so busy. I'll be posting these reviews, but absolutely love it. If you've not watched Daredevil on Netflix yet, I highly recommend you get to it right now. That's right. Like this video, comment on the video, subscribe it, and then go watch the show. Not kidding. And then come back and watch more videos on my channel. Speaking of which, in order to do that, hit that subscribe button so each day you're constantly updated with movie news, casting details, movie reviews, trailers, podcasts, all that fun stuff. Show your support by hitting the like button. Let me know how you feel about the first episode of Daredevil. I'm trying not to be spoilerish here, so try not to be spoilerish in the comments. If you must, please give the spoiler all caps warning. But let me know what you think about the first episode, and I'll be continuing reviewing the series as we move forward. My name is Jacob Toronto. You can find mine, Chasing Cinema social media stuff, all down here in the description box. Like us, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Again, my name is Jacob Toronto, and please continue chasing cinema.